Hello everyone, welcome to Chirag's Laravel tutorial. In this video, we are going to learn create a Laravel 12 project for login registration and logout, and don't use the scaffolding. Means without using the scaffolding, we will create the custom coding for all the pages. Means login registration, logout and controller page codings will do the one by one. So here login registration, logout, custom coding because without scaffolding, step by step full process coding process is there. So we need to create a custom login registration and logout system in Laravel 12. And I'm not using the Jetstream or Bridge here. So there is a several steps are there. So step one, set up the Laravel projects. So first create the Laravel project. So for the creating the Laravel project, we need to run this command composer. You need to install the composer. This video is regarding composer installation, VS Code installation is already completed. So now I'm going to create in one folder. So there is one folder Laravel 12 tutorial. In this folder I'm going to open my command prompt, and here I'll run this command. So I'm running with the composer preferred is create project Laravel slash Laravel 12 custom auth. So click on enter. So installing started. So meanwhile we'll go through the documentation, let it complete. So after that, just go to your particular folder and open with any. Now open with any text editor for coding. So now when you open with any text editor for coding, so just open with the VS Code, and Sublime you can use, and Notepad++ also you can use. And next, set up the database. So for the database setup, you need to, there is one file .env file. On that we'll just create the database. Initially the DB connection will be SQLite on default. So I'm changing with the MySQL. I'm using the MySQL database. Then DB host is, you have to provide the local host, or you provide the IP of the database server. If you are running the two-tier architecture, if you are standalone, then you can provide the local host, or you can provide the loopback address. Database port 3306 is the default port. If you change the port of 3306 of MySQL, then you have to provide the port. This is the database name. This is my username, and this is the password. You will get it from your DBA or your organization for creating this for the live deployment. This is for the local. Next, so now I am going to run the PHP artisan migrate. So migration will run and it will create the table into database. So step 2, create authentication controller. So now we are going to create a auth controller. As per your requirement, you can create the controller. So here I am creating the auth controller. This is the auth controller coding. So here we are calling the auth, and this is the model, and this is the, for the password we are calling the hash. Create auth controller extend controller. So this is a auth controller class, and there for the showing the login form we are creating the function show login form and return view of auth login. So auth is the folder, login is the page name. So inside that it will create the login form. Second, handle login. When we'll submit the login form, so it will go to the function login. So this is show login form. This one is login. So request of dollar of request. So whatever the post data will be there, it will pass from here, and we are checking the validating the credentials. So email required and should be email. Password is required. Next, if auth attempt, we'll just pass the credentials. So there is a credentials. We'll pass the email address and password, And if this is success, means auth will attempt with the predefined function. So method. So if this will success, then we'll create the session and redirect to the dashboard page. In case if this is going to be wrong, then we'll just return to the with error the provided credential do not match with our records. Okay. So this is the login form. Submit of the login form is completed. Next we'll go to the show registration form. So there is a show registration form and we'll directly call the view page, that is a register page inside the auth folder. When the registration form will submit, so we'll come to this method and there is a it will catch the all the post request, and here we are checking the validating the details. After that there is a user creating on and here we're just passing the user create. Create is the predefined function. Data will be inserted into the database. So hash mac and whatever the password, we are just encrypting that password and inserting into the database table. And then authentication, we're passing to the authentication and returning back to dashboard. When we'll pass the auth login, so user data, this data will pass to here and it will check with the login method and it will pass to the, if success, then pass to the dashboard, otherwise it will give you the error. Handle logout. So for the logout we need to auth logout and we just create the session invalidate and we'll just regenerate the token and redirect to the home page. So these are the simple things. So here we have a 5 function approx 5 method. First login form, login, registration form, registration and logout. Next step 3 is create view pages. So create a resource views auth directly to the authentication views. So inside the views we will create the auth folder. Also inside the auth folder we create this pages. So there is a simple HTML and there is a heading tag and this is a form type is equal to post. We are calling the root login and CSR app token 24 token is there. Label is email and type is a email, name is email, and there is a password, type is a password and password field. So this is my login form, simple login form, and there is a button is submit button. So automatically whenever you will submit this data, it will pass, you should post the data and to the action to particular method. So this is the method name, not a method name, this is a root name. From the root we will just find the method. Registration blade. So there is a simple HTML starting registration, then here also post. Here we are calling the root register CSRF and name, email, password and confirm password. So similarly we are calling the dashboard. In dashboard we are just showing the, using the auth we are getting the name, and for the logout we are creating the root logout and CSRF and button is equal to submit button logout form. So this is the logout form is created. Next, define roots. So here we are calling the roots. Okay. Auth controller, web.php auth controller. So here auth controller class and there is a page so login form. This is the method name. This there is a 5 method wise previously we have seen. So all the 5 method will you will can see here, and protected roots with the view page dashboard and middleware. I am using the auth. If authentication is complete, then only we can access the dashboard page. Okay, so now option is test the application. So we'll run the PHP artisan serve and we'll visit the, here we'll visit like the http colon double slash local host or 127. I'm using the same 0.0.1 colon 8000. So this will be the path for all. So you can exit all the path and click logout for the logout from the page. And if you want to add the validation error handling, then you can use the error is equal to any. So before that, before the form, you can add this one. So automatic error will be displayed there. And custom and secure adds CSRF to project protection for form using the @CSRF. Use middleware like auth and guest to the protect the root. Hash password using the hash mac, and any more validation rules are needed as per your requirement. So this is the process. So now let it complete. Meanwhile, let me open the database. So here this in JAMP I'm running. Open this. So my Apache is running with the 90. I'm just minimizing this. So localhost colon 90 slash php myadmin. So this is completed. Now let me go to the particular folder Laravel, Laravel 12 custom auth. Okay, code dot. So open into the VS Code. So these are the previously predefined folders. Let me open the database also. So root and admin at the rate 123 my password. Meanwhile opening. So here first we'll go through the step-by-step process. So we have done this one. Now I'm going to the DB connection. Okay. So here open the .env file, uncomment this, control slash, and I'm using the MySQL port is same. Here I'll just write Laravel 12 custom auth. Same name I'm giving, the name of the project. My password is admin@123. Done. Closing this. Let me open the terminal. So there is a new terminal. Here I will run php artisan migrate. Let me check the Laravel. So there is a we don't have any custom auth. See? So I'll do the migration. So the warning is that the Laravel 12 custom auth does not exist on the MySQL connection. Means database does not exist. Would you like to create it? So I want to create the database. So yes. So database is created and all the tables is also created. So here there is a custom auth. Okay. So just now we have done. We don't have any data. All are zero near about. Only migration is there three, and these are the zeros. So go to the inside the user. So we don't have any data. Now next I'll create the controller. So for the creating the controller, we have a command php artisan make controller and then controller name. So I'm giving the auth controller. So a controller is created. Go to your top. There is a here auth controller is created. We don't have any data now. So one by one, we'll just call the data. So here use okay, slash library I'm calling support slash appcats, and there inside there auth is there. Okay, so auth I'm calling. Similar, I will call the hash inside there, and I will call the model. So app slash mod models models. Then my model name is user. So all the things I have created. Now I have to create the method. So creating the method, I'll just first I'll create so login form. Here I'll just write public public function. So login form. Okay. Return view of. So return view of, I'll create the form inside the auth folder, and there is a login. So similar, I will create function login and return view of, I'm just removing that. I'll create the login form handle. So there is handle login. Okay, handle login. So public login and there will be the post data. So request dollar of request. Here I will create credentials is equal to dollar of request and to validate whatever the data we're passing, validate, and here I will pass the data. So like this, email and validation. So required email is required, and this should be email type. Then comma, second is my password, and here I'll just write the required. Okay, so email type and required, and password is required. Now I am going to attempt this. So if auth and a double t attempt, there is a, you can pass like this also, or I have already we have data like this, so I'm directly passing to this. So all the credentials done. So I will just request session and regenerate. Okay, so session is regenerated. Now return 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 redirect of return redirect intended. So dashboard. So we are calling the dashboard page here. So done. If not success, then return back. Return back to page with error, and which page. So I will define here email email the provided credential do not match our records. Okay, so it will redirect with the our credentials do not match with our records, means your login is failed now. So this is for the login. Next we are moving to registration form. So similarly I'll do, okay, return return. Okay, similarly I'll move to the so register form. So register form, there is a so registration form, and here I'll call the register. So there is a one register page we have to create, and after that same thing I'll do with the handle the registration. So here handle registration public function register. Okay, public function register. Here I'll pass the post data. So request dollar of request. Now I will validate all the requests. So dollar of request validate name field will be required. Then it should be string. Then max and value is 255. Max value is 255. Similar I'm taking, and here I will change this one to email required string and give me a second. Email max value is 255, and this should be unique on my table. So I'm just here I'll write the table name. So table name is my user. Okay. Next we'll go for the password. Password field is required. I'm calling it a string minimum character. There will be the 8, and this should be confirmed. Okay, so password and confirm password should be same. Now I'll just create this one into database. So user is equal to user colon create. So here I'll write the field. So name, this should be matched with your database column name. Name is equal to dollar of request as to name. So similar, we have a 3. So name is there, email, password, Then I will make this one as a encryption. So hashing make. So password is encrypted now. So after that, I'll call to the auth user, sorry, auth login, and here I'll pass the dollar of user. So automatically it will log in and it will return the direct of dashboard page. What mistake? Read return. So return the direct of dashboard page. So registration form handle also completed. Now handle logout. Public function logout. Public function logout. Here also I'll pass the request and auth logout predefined function. We are calling that, and force secure more, so we can request and we'll just go to the session and we'll invalidate. Okay, then similar thing we'll do and we'll regenerate the tokens. Re, re Regenerate the token. Okay, regenerate the token and we'll return to the home page. Home page. RET. Okay. Okay, so controller coding is completed. We have done for the login form and login, then registration form, then registration, then logout. So now I'm going to moving to the create views. So resources, views. Here I'll create one folder, auth, auth. Inside the auth, we'll create the file login.blade.php, reg- register.blade.php, and in outside I'm going to create dashboard.blade.php. So all the pages are created. For the login, I'm creating this. So this is my login page. Okay. So here h1 I'll create the login form. Here I'll write the method post action and our root. I'll call the root and here I'll write the login. So login root will create. Now I have to create the pages. So CSRF token, then div. Now LABLE label for email. So it will just read whenever we'll click, it will automatically focus the email field. So email, and we need the one input box. Input type type is equal to email, name, email, and we need the ID, email, and this field should be required. Completed. I'm copying the same. I'll create for the password, password, and this will be the password. So password field is completed. Now I need the div for the submit button. So BUTT on button, type submit, login button. Okay. So login page is completed. Similar, I'll just create the registration page. So let me copy this. This is my registration, register, and there is a email. Before email, I need the name. This one, register. So there is a name, name, type is equal to text, ID also name. And one more field we need for the confirm passwords. Okay, this one and write that. This one password information, confirm password. So type is equal to password, and this one is the confirm password. So we need the same name. So type will be the password and name will be the confirm password, ID also confirm password, and also submit is changed to register. So this page is also completed. I'm moving to dashboard page. So create the basic HTML. Here I will write the dashboard h1 welcome, and I'll call here auth user, and here we'll get the name. So name, and one form will create, form method post action root, and this will pass to the logout. Okay, at the rate csrf, then we need the button submit logout. So this is a default dashboard page and welcome, and there is a username. Will read from the session and log out. Now we have to define the roots. So roots will be defined into the where roots and web.php. So there we'll create the roots. So first we need to call the controller. So copy the controller path, slash my controller name. So controller is created. Now one by one, I'll just do the thing. So here, not I don't want the group. So root controller action. So controller action here we need slash login. First we are calling the login. We need the auth controller or method name. So method name is so login form highlighted. Okay. So if you click, it will go to the so login form, and there we're writing the login. This is a so login form. Similarly, I'll create the copy the name from here. So registration form, register, register. And similarly, we have to create for the post. So post, there is a login, and my method name is login, and name I am not calling. So for registration, I'll do the same. So register, method name is register, completed. Similar, I'll call the logout, that method name is logout. So this is completed. Now for dashboard, directly I'll call the dashboard. So I can call like this, dashboard. So there's a view page, dashboard, dashboard. And here I'll just call one more thing, that is middleware, and middleware I'll call the auth. So now completed. Let me check. So let me open the one terminal. So first terminal is this. So PHP artisan serve. So I'm running the project. So let me control and open. So my page is open now. So this is the login page, and why registration is not showing. Let me check. register, register. Just like login. UBLICFUNCTA public function. Okay, there is a post method is not there. So post, this should be post, or this should be post. Okay, go back. So login and registration link are visible now. So if you click on the login, and put some email address. Click on enter. So we are not getting logged in. So now first we have to register. So check with the data. So we don't have any data now. Now I'm going to register. Click on register. Okay, log out, root logout is not okay. Not a problem. We'll add this one name logout. Now go to the dashboard. So welcome Chirag Mahto, and there is a logout button is there. If I'll click, I'll move to the home page and just try with the login. Check with the database. So data is inserted with the password encrypted. Now I'm trying to log in. Okay. So I'm able to log in with the correct username and password. So my login, registration, and logout is working perfectly. Okay. So in this video, we have learned how to create a custom coding for login, registration, logout without using the scaffolding, and step-by-step process is given there. So I've shown you this process. Now visit the all the links and just check with that. Already we visited these things. So any validations, you can add this one. Okay. And for the customize and secure, add the CSRF for the protection form using the @CSRF. We are already using middleware also we are using. And for the making the password has password, you can use this one. We are using this also. For any doubts and query, please write on the YouTube video comment section and follow the process shown in the video. Please subscribe and like for the more videos. Hope this will help. Thank you for watching.